Hello, welcome to my tattoo tour. I have had a few requests for quite a while now, people waiting for me to do a little tattoo tour, so here goes. I started hand poke tattooing 3 years ago, so a lot of these tattoos on me now are done by myself. But the very first tattoo I ever got was the big piece down the middle of my back is actually, it was inspired by this necklace. I have a photo of me, and this necklace happened to be like on my back like this. And that inspired me to make a design based on that. So all the pieces that are connected are different necklaces and jewelry that were just around me at that time, and I just strung them all together. And yeah, in the center at the top is a talisman that I drew for Venus. Venus is for about love and beauty and form and material, but yeah, that's in honor of the energy of Venus. All of the ones done on my right hand side, down my arm and my back, they're all done by Holly Williams, who also goes by the name inme.aten. They're all hand poke, and some of them were freehand drawn on my skin and then tattooed on the same day, and the rest of them are her own kind of like abstract drawings. On this side of my back, I haven't added anything on this side because I actually really like the look of it not having any tattoos. So I'm going to keep this side clear for now. The 9 and the 3, numbers 369, are numbers that I always notice when they appear in my life, and I only have 3 and 9 on me because my day number is 6, like I already said, so combined we are 369, which is a very magnificent, powerful, mystical number of the universe. If you're interested in going down that rabbit hole, research online, you'll find all sorts, and enjoy that journey. This is an unfinished red dragon. I just went for a walk and there was this red dragonfly that made its presence known to me. It literally like flew right in front of me. Anyway, I drew this dragon after meeting that red dragonfly, and it's unfinished. I need to add scales to it, but I don't mind it being unfinished. This one is one that I drew of bamboo. This was before I moved to Thailand. I just really wanted something that was like Asian, Oriental kind of like feel to it, so I put bamboo on me. But yeah, nice and simple. I'll start with these. So these like star type shapes on my fingers, they are done by machine by Claire, tattoo artist in London. They didn't really have any meaning. I wanted some tattoos on my hands, and I gave her a reference picture and she came up with this, which was different from the reference. When I first got it, it kind of reminded me of the like pattern found in Thai fabric, and so I kind of like that, but that's not why I got it. That's just kind of what I think of it now. So this one I tattooed on myself. Oh, and this line here. The line doesn't really mean anything at all. I just wanted to put a line there. It just felt right, you know. Sometimes it just feels right. So it's just there. I really like it. M. This stands for Mahasak. Maha means like great, almighty, like great, like, you know, and sak means tattoo in Thai. So I came up with, when I started hand poke tattooing, at first I was wanting to do it on other people, which I still want to do, but not right now, but it's a future thing. Came up with the name Mahasak. That is the name of like this brand that I'm creating, or this like energy that I'm wanting to put out there. And so at the moment I've just started designing more talismans like this one, and all of this here I hand poked on myself, and it's just ornamental. I mean, the lotus has symbolism in itself of like rebirth and the beauty that comes out of like the mud in the underworld. See, in this one I didn't have purple ink, so I mixed blue and red together, and I obviously didn't mix it very well because there's like different shades of purple, like some is bluey dark purple, some is like nice mauve. But I actually really like that. I really like when they look like put in there with like a piece of the stick or something, you know. This is a peace dove, peace sign. It like has this like cool little effect that she did. This is not hand poke tattoo, this is done by machine. I think her first name was Sarah, and it was done at Sacred Tattoo in Auckland, New Zealand, like 10 years ago. And these flowers that come down from it, they're actually the Thai national flower. I'm half Thai, so that's why I chose to have those flowers there. What this means to me, the dove is my spirit animal. It's always been in my life. When I was really young, every single time I got to make a wish, like on a star, when I was blowing out candles, when you like break the chicken wishbone thing, every time I got to make a wish, I would wish for world peace, and so that's why I got this, because it's kind of represented kind of like, I guess, like the essence of me, yeah, from a inner child kind of way, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's that one. And then I keep going down this arm. This is a banana tree. This is just some GPS coordinates, like half of the coordinates anyway, because I decided that I didn't really need to continue with those coordinates. Just, yeah, that was enough to represent that time of my life. It links me back to a time in my life where I lived in London for a couple of years and the experiences that I had there. This one she drew for me as sixes, like sixes. See, like 6, 6, 6. The reason for the number 6 is because in numerology I am a day number 6, because I was born on the 6th. So my day number, my energy is number 6. 11 days ago I tattooed this one. It actually goes this way, which makes sense when I'm walking, because when I stand, it's like this. I did this one as a grounding talisman. I like to design talismans, like energetic devices to represent a type of energy, or if it's an energy that you want to harness and bring into your experience. This is kind of what I'm into, so this is what this is. This is a grounding one, feeling more connected to like my physical presence on here, on this earth, because sometimes I feel like I can just be like too much up in space, just like floating around. So I did this one to like bring me back down to earth and like appreciate that there is this realm, and but there's also this physical realm that I'm very much like here to experience. So that's what that one's for. Again, Holly did this one. She hand poke tattooed this on me. I gave her the reference image of an antique fan, and she turned it into a tattoo version. So I really like that it's here, because I feel like with my chakras, I feel like this is like fanning these lower chakras up, and I want to add to it as well, so I'll have some more stuff coming up here, but I haven't started designing for there yet. This is my sun yantra. So this has got numerology entwined in it. So the numbers in here, if you add them up each way, or diagonal or across or down, it'll always be 15, and 1 + 5 = 6. And so the numbers of the sun are like 1, 5, 15, 6. So yeah, this is a very deep topic, too deep for this video, so I'll stop there. But the sun yantra is the first talisman that I ever drew, and I drew it for myself because I'm Leo, so I am ruled by the sun, and Holly tattooed that on me in the month of Leo. So powered by the sun. This one is another Holly design. It's just ornamental, so there's no like deep meaning to this one. It's just beautiful. This is the constellation for Cancer. This one is a tattoo I got when Holly and I agreed to work together to create an oracle deck, which is already published and available for purchase if you're interested. It's called An Unfoldment of Consciousness, and this is our brand name, and it's powered by a Salunyar that is about popularity. So it was to kind of give energy to our brand and help it to be successful. Oh, and because I chose this part and she designed this part, and it kind of looks like a lantern, which I like because our name inme.aten means great light, so that's why I put the two together, and that was our little launch tattoo. A snake. At the time I wanted a snake to mark the transformation in my life I was going through. I just left London and moved to Australia, and it was like the start of my spiritual journey. But then what I went and did, I tried to do a cover up myself of these just because I didn't really like them anymore. I was like, oh, they're like a little bit like, I don't know, like not my style anymore. But obviously when I had it done I was so into it. But yeah, I wanted to do a cover up, so I tried to do some cloud by myself with my left hand. I'm right-handed, so it was already going to be a bad idea. I did this to start with, and I just stopped there because I was like, this is looking awful. Stop this now. So I'm just stuck with this at the moment, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to get someone to help me cover it up, but then I'll have like a heavily tattooed hand, which I don't really want. I like the balance of this one, so I'm thinking of having it removed, but then that's a bit of a commitment because you have to go in like every month and stuff, and I live in the middle of nowhere, so I'm not really sure. So that's what's going on there. Above and below my knee, the left side of the body is linked to the emotional side of the body, so I kind of like imagined my knee being the moon, and above the moon is Rahu, the north node of the moon. This is a yantra for Rahu. It means like what you're here on earth to experience. That's what I believe anyway. I have not put the Sanskrit numbers in yet because according to the time that I'm going off, which makes my rising sign in Cancer, that would mean that my north node is in Taurus. And at the time I didn't want to put the numbers in because I didn't know anything real. I didn't really understand what that meant. But actually now that I'm talking about it right now, I am experiencing what this means to me, and so I feel like I could put the numbers in actually really soon. So I'll probably do that soon. And also while I'm at it, I do need to go over the lines because they are looking very patchy. When I originally put this in with the needle, it was very crisp, so it just shows you like if you're doing handpoke tattoos yourself. I like the look of imperfection. The design underneath my knee is the south node of the moon. It represents what you've already experienced like in previous lives. So it's like your like fallback, or like you've already kind of mastered, or you've experienced, and like it may not necessarily be a good thing. It may be your fallback, and that is like lower. But yeah, I have not put the numbers in for that one yet either, for the same reasons as the one above, but I'm sure that I'll put some attention to that whenever the time is right, really. The one on my ankle is another one that was done by Holly. I remember she designed it. She said that she was going for like a goddess type vibe. It has this like Atlantis feel to it. The turtle that I designed, which is in the oracle deck, An Unfoldment of Consciousness. At the time I drew this to represent the word surrender. At the time surrender meant something different to what it means to me now. What one thing represents at one time of our life can represent a completely different thing to someone else, or can represent a completely different thing to yourself further down the track. So it's cool that it's kind of like, it looks the same but its meaning changes as I change, so that's cool. I hope you enjoyed my tattoo tour. Handpoke tattoos. I don't really want to get into like the process for handpoke tattooing because I'm not an expert. I just practice on myself, and people that want tattoos from me do it on them too. If you want to get into handpoke tattoo yourself, I just suggest looking on YouTube, and there's plenty of people out there that are teaching about techniques that probably have more experience than me. If you've got any questions, comment below, I'm happy to answer them. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you're new and you just stopped through to have a look at my tattoos, I invite you to take a look at some of my other videos and get to know me. Thank you, bye.